Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Libra. The new moon's on the 14th of October, and it is coupled with the solar eclipse a few minutes afterwards, which is amplifying its energy, shifting that focus, that energy impact around the surrounding week, so it can possibly exist into the new year. So I have laid out past, present possibilities row. I'm moving away from the idea of future, predictive reading, intentionally focusing our energy on the present moment in order to best evaluate the past and set appropriate intentions for the future. But I'm moving away from that idea that tarot is a predictive tool, fortune telling, I guess. I will consider building an extended reading depending on the reading itself. If I do that, I will set a fresh spread utilizing the oracle cards that we pulled during this reading. And the link to that will be in the description box below. Please share this with somebody who might enjoy it. Comment below, it helps me a lot, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Let's get going with your overall energy, the Five of Cups, Pisces. This is looking familiar. I'm not sure if I pulled this for you last week, but the idea that you may be focusing on the regrets, disappointments, failures, heartaches of the past, seeing a pattern, but not appreciating the pattern for how, in fact, the lessons that you've learned as the result of these disappointments is gaining you self-knowledge, improving your ability to connect deeply with others and primarily with yourself authentically, releasing the idea that others are giving you things that you, in fact, can and want now to give to yourself, so that your attention, although focused on sadness about the past, you are being supported to look at the growth that you've made through these disappointments, through these failures, through the understanding. And even the grieving is a positive form of releasing the negative emotions that may be restricting you in moving forward. So it's okay to look at the past. It's okay to review it. But it is important to understand that those lessons have actually improved your ability to move forward on a better basis. In the past, we have the Page of Swords, the Empress card, and the Eight of Wands. You're definitely coming from a place of empowerment. You're coming from a place of understanding that you reflect and are able to generate constantly new ideas, abundance. You are a creative entity. In some decks, this is considered the card of the artist. For me, the artist is emulating Mother Earth, in that there is no waste, there is no loss, there's only a recycling of experience towards an improvement or a creation of something new. And you are in search of that inspiration, you're in search of that truth that will help you leverage the disappointments you've experienced into this place of newness, of abundance. Not just creating, not just actively putting out ideas into the universe, but of receiving not only the benefits and the rewards of your efforts, but the process itself, enjoying the process. You're on your throne. Everything you do can be an act of pleasure, creating, pleasuring the process. Overcoming challenges, it's a process that you are learning to enjoy and is at service to you. So you are now receiving the connections, the information, the contacts. You're looking at the opportunities that are possible because you have been in search of these new ideas, new inspirations, these truths that are opening out and flipping this experience of sadness into one of gratitude and appreciation. The more grateful you are, the more you're in gratitude, the more abundance you have. And you've been in the experience of that for some time now. In your present, we have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. And of course, the Emperor is the companion to the Empress. So you are the second or third water sign, maybe all of them, that has had what we often call a divine couple. And the divine couple certainly can point to a powerful partnership. But underneath any relationship is the relationship to yourself. And I probably sound like a broken record, but that is my experience and that is what I understand. Beautiful relationships are the work of two committed, conscious people. So this is parts of yourself that have come into agreement. You're now coming to the place of asserting your vision, of understanding what you can't control, and that naturally is other people, including forces in the world that are beyond our control. But you're grabbing on to taking responsibility for your own actions, your own behaviors, and you're applying that to your desire to be prosperous, to build something long-lasting, to mastering your craft, your skills, so that you can build something that allows you to be generous, that allows you to reinvest your excess into yourself, into building more abundance, or into others, so that they, as an example, can learn from your example, from what you do, how you do it. So your vision is absolutely anchored in the desire to create something long-lasting and permanent. And that stability and security is your protection in the world. This is also empowering you to further open out your heart. You've been wounded in the past, sure. We all have. You have, as a result of some significant wounding. I would not play this off as just being a casual broken heart. There's a pattern of giving your love away and not having it returned to you with the same level of commitment, honesty that you have offered it. But you're learning that rather than offering your love to others for their amusement, enjoyment, or healing, you're really exploring and discovering aspects of yourself through your ability to be creative with your external resources in the world. This is a form of artistry and creativity which you are ready for, you're prepared for. You intend to build an empire. You intend to build, and I don't mean empire in the negative way, not in the sense of oppressing others or being absolute. I'm meaning that in the sense of building something that is lasting, permanent, and prosperous. However, the very exercise of that is opening you up to levels of creativity, imagination, relationships that you had not imagined as important. This is you prioritizing all your relationships, putting them on the same level as you might have put your significant other in the past. So that you're realizing that you're learning. Relationships are a two-way street. That you're learning from others that you work with, that you play with, that you enjoy, that are your siblings or relatives, that are perhaps your parents' friends. You're opening up to, and this is, I have to say, Pisces, a unique and natural trait of yours as well. You're comfortable with a range of people from little baby to doddering old grandmas. You are very comfortable with people on either end of the spectrum, and coming to greater comfort with where you are in the middle or wherever you fall in that is part of what you're learning and enjoying. You're appreciating that. How differences support the work that you're intending to do, the thing you're intending to build. And it's not by controlling them, it's by controlling yourself. In the future, or the possibilities, we have the Temperance, the Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. Whew. The Five of Swords here is making me think about this Five of Cups here. These represent areas, I believe, that you want to change in your life. You have attracted a lot of jealousy and envy for some reason or other. It may be your intelligence, your facility with a certain skill or talent. It can be your physical beauty, whatever it isn't one particular thing. It's a combination of things that you are or do well that attracts negative attention, attracts criticism. It attracts people who think they know you without knowing you. And that despite your strength, your strong power and assertiveness in the world, it is hurtful, and it does, the old stories, quite possibly from your childhood or formative years, continue to play in your head. If there's an image you continue to perhaps feel you must live up to in some form or fashion. And that is really, again, giving power to other people to that think that they understand who you are and what you can do when you know that isn't true. But this is your awareness that these old stories, old tapes are still playing for you and are limiting your influence, your impact, your beliefs around what is possible for you. And it's interesting because you're healing this process, absolutely, but the High Priestess has an aspect of her in her ability to reflect on her past and all of her past. Sometimes we experience the past through our relatives, our ancestors who passed. We reflect on our skills, our knowledge, our self-knowledge through those historic or cultural affinities we feel with individuals. You are exploring your memories. You're reflecting on the knowledge you have gained through clearly many failures and disappointments. And the High Priestess shows that there is no limit to what you can do, despite the fact that you're still holding a lot of this knowledge and your intentions close to your chest. You have the 2, 3, and 4 here. So you're really exercising the best way to share your knowledge, share what you know. And it is in your interest to be as balanced within so that you're making the right selections of collaborators, of connections, of projects that are right for you. When you make those selections, you take complete ownership of them and you want to be fully responsible for controlling their outcomes, their success. But the sky is the limit. There is no doubt about that. You can go as far, you can go further than you imagine possible. And some of that is the changing nature of the world we're in that seems to change almost every day. So there are possibilities that will exist when you get to that place that don't exist now. And Pisces, you are uniquely tuned in to the intuition of the High Priestess, to intuit that, to anticipate it coming. I'm going to clarify the Emperor here with the Hermit card and the Six of Swords. You might need a vacation. And I say that because actually the Pisces I know are always traveling and always taking rest and recovery. However, my sense is that this is more of a retreat than a vacation. This retreat is a kind of fact-finding mission for you, where you're looking at opportunities that might exist in other locations, in different environments, and that support aspects of your authority, aspects of who you are that you may not feel able to express in your current location. In fact, you may not have a current location. You may be juggling these various forces within you and without you as you are exploring locations, places in the world that hold power and resonance for you, that allow you to assert yourself in a way that is easy, that's enjoyable, where you see the possibility for prosperity, material abundance. I'm going to pull Language of the Flowers Oracle card for this Emperor here to get a little more information. And I've pulled the Mexican Marigold, and the key word is renewal. Time to begin again, stronger, better. I like that. I believe I am going to do an extended reading. If you're interested, if you have questions, please join me on the other side. Until next time, namaste.